Okay, so this girl was supposed to be a much bigger deal in Hollywood than she ended up being. Enter Ashley Tisdale, who in the late 2000s and early 2010s was really killing it with kids programming, mainly centered around Disney, but in the last 10 years she really hasn't amounted to much, and I think there were a lot of very small mistakes that led to her downfall in Hollywood. I don't realize this, but pre-Disney Channel, Ashley Tisdale was actually doing a really good job as a child actress, where her first ever movie was Donnie Darko, but she also made a ton of appearances in TV shows like Seventh Heaven, Malcolm in the Middle, The Amanda Show, and many more, where she actually did about 20 shows before ever entering Disney. But then her career really picked up in 2005 when she landed the show Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, with Disney hiring her, and initially she auditioned for the part of London Tipton but was told she wouldn't be good enough playing an eccentric character, so Brenda Song got the role instead and she got the part of Maddie. Which is actually pretty crazy to think about, because just a month after she got the role of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, she auditioned for High School Musical, and initially she auditioned to be the main character, but they made her Sharpay, saying she wouldn't be good enough playing the normal girl, they needed her to be the eccentric for that. So while those castings were very different for her, they were perfect for a career in 2006, with Sweet Life of Zack and Cody averaging 4.5 million viewers an episode, and then also High School Musical was the biggest opening ever for a Disney original movie, with 7.7 million viewers on the Disney Channel. She kept on just riding the High School Musical franchise to massive success, where for the third movie it was released in theaters and made 253 million, and she was also getting paid a ton of money to do shows around the country. But still, despite that, it definitely didn't help out her long-term career, where now Ashley Tisdale's 40 years old, and in the last 10 years she's definitely not had a good run, where she hasn't done a movie in 9 years, and she also hasn't done a TV show in 6 years, so what really happened? And looking at it, it seems like the mistake was for Ashley Tisdale, she didn't try to move on like Vanessa Hudgens, who right after doing High School Musical did Spring Breakers, and also Zac Efron, who started to do movies like Neighbors. Instead, she was the one who tried to stay with the High School Musical franchise way too long, where she did a movie called Sharpay the Movie, which was a spin-off film, and that one definitely bombed, not getting as good reviews with kids, and also at the same time it just didn't get as many viewers, at 4.6 million viewers when it released, which was the lowest in the franchise. And then the other problem with doing the Sharpay movie was this: she was 26 years old when that movie came out, so the problem was she was too old to audition for parts playing a high school student or a teenager at the time, but at the same time nobody in the public saw her like that, so she couldn't get more adult parts. And then the other problem with taking the Sharpay movie was she was offered a chance to do the show Sweet Life on Deck, which was the sequel series to Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but she turned it down, saying she was too busy with High School Musical related projects, so she turned down that part, which she could have taken. That would have probably made her $1 million across that show. But still, I think Ashley Tisdale's biggest problem is she refuses to cut the cord with Disney, because they still give her a lot of work with voice acting like Phineas and Ferb, but that's actually stopping her career in a big way. Because Disney's really strict on their actors to try and keep up the family values image, and that's actually why Bella Thorne, when she was 14 years old and wearing this bikini, never got hired by Disney again, because they didn't like the image. Seems like the only way to break out of Disney is to do some sort of role like Wrecking Ball with Miley Cyrus, where you're just cutting the cord and doing something so radical the Disney image is gone. Ashley Tisdale just never did that, where she played it safe for Disney, which was a mistake, and with that I'm Charles Pearl. Subscribe to learn something.